Hi, I'm Matthew Lewis. I'm one of the co-technical directors of Whitman Drama. I'm in charge of construction, the design and development aspects of our sets and staging. We start out usually with little more than a napkin sketch. I mean, literally, like, our director sketches things on a napkin. And we do research to find, period styles and things like that. You'll see some Art Deco elements in this show. Haley LaRoe, our scene designer, came back with a theoretical design that we then put into practice. I was responsible for basically sizing and orienting that so it fit our stage. This is a really heavy dance and tap show. And with that many people dancing on something, it has to be sturdy. So a major concern of mine and some of the other members of our design team throughout this process has been safety and stability. I think something to watch for in the way our set works is that while it's a very large static piece, it's very dynamic in the way that you can interact with it as an actor. And then the way that the lighting plays with it and the way the dancing and staging plays with it just make it an extremely versatile set.
I'm Haley LaRoe, and I am the set and scenic designer for Anything Goes. The scenic part of it is anything that is color on the stage and any details or texturing of that. For the colors of this show, we'll do a lot of research beforehand and look at some of the other sets and just boats from the time period in general. And what that entails is like blues, whites, silvers. We had to make suitcases for the number Take Me Back to Manhattan, and we made those a pink to kind of go along with their costumes, which are a peach color. The headboard that we're working on is going to be outlined in red to complement the red pillows and the red footboard on the bed for a scene to give it kind of more of a sense of the room, more of a sense of elegance. In my time at Whitman, we've never done a set where you could actually stand on the top level of it. We've done walls before to give the illusion of that height, but now we actually have it, so that's pretty cool.
Of course. I am Stephen Indrasano, the assistant lighting director of our 5-man lighting team, headed by Andrew Ellman. To me, it embodied the best blend between working with my hands and being able to physically set something up that I could be proud of, while at the same time having an input into the creative process of the show. So you walk a fine line. You have the suspension of disbelief, which you have to keep up at all times. If the audience notices a glaring blind spot or the lights are like too out there for the moment, they're going to be snapped right back into their seats and they won't believe what they're seeing anymore, which is essential to any drama or comedy. You have to be absorbed in the art.
I'm Lindsay Worthington. I'm co-sound director of Alex Allen. Essentially, we're ahead of the sound team, which we train to do the micings behind the scene, and then during the show we run the soundboard together, as well as any sound effects or etc. that our director, Christopher Gherkin, wants to add into the show. We essentially use PCCs, which are floor mics, and they are used to pick up voices, but some people are annoyed by them because they pick up beat sounds as well, and was like, hey, that might work to our advantage. So we have 3 PCCs lined along the front of the stage, and they pick up the tapping really, really well. There's a really loud orchestra playing, people are tapping, and then people are singing, and you want to make sure there's a good balance between any leads, and you can also hear the background singers, and there's no like huge difference between the two. So I guess finding the balance and being able to hear things equally in the big numbers is probably the biggest challenge.
I'm Bethany Wong. I'm one of the 3 costumes directors for productions, and basically we just take care of all the costumes related business, such as getting the costumes, planning them out, doing quick changes throughout the show. A lot of the characters are so different in personality, and we have to find clothing that fits their personality but also is period, so that's a challenge. Personally, I love working with clothes, and being able to be a part of a production whilst doing something creative just really interested me.